Okay. 2 Samuel 6:23. Michal, the daughter of Saul, had no children to the day of her death. Now let's look at Michal. She used to be the wife of David. David earned her by bringing foreskins of 500 Philistines, but he doubled it and brought 1,000 to Saul. So Saul gave her to him as his first wife. We don't know what's happened, but she turns out to be another man's wife, and um, later it's likely Saul used his authority as king to remove her from being his wife and gave her to another man. First off, this man, biblically speaking, would have been in an act of adultery, and David had a reason to put this man away. But when he became king, he just took his wife, Michal, back as his wife. Um, no, no record of putting that man to death was for adultery was there. Um, but this man didn't have no children with her. And based off the customs, if a woman wasn't able to bear children, the man often remarried to one that could, because having children was so important. And also, this was their duty. This was their legacy, their purpose, if you will. Um, it was seen this way. I ain't saying women's only purpose is to bear children, and their purpose is so much more important. Um, Adam needed Eve. God saw that Adam needed Eve. Um, and men oftentimes, teaching oftentimes belittles women. Okay, God saw the need for man to have woman. Woman was created for man's need. While women desire men, it wasn't the other way around. And I think there's specific reason for that. And there's a reasoning for that. But there is to be for one another. But in this time, women's purpose was to bear children, bear sons specifically. Um, and she didn't do that. So this would have been a dishonor. I believe this was punishment by God because of all this. She was bitter. She was turned against the king. And God didn't allow her to have children. You know, the line of Saul ends up continuing through one of his Jonathan's sons, but it doesn't have any. Her family, her line doesn't continue. This would have probably allowed her to have discomfort with her husband, whoever he may have been again. Because I say she probably wasn't married to David at this point. Whether she went back and lived with her old husband, it ain't stated. Whether she stayed with David, it ain't stated. But what is stated is she kind of grew to hate him. And I think in part she was blaming him for her not having children and blaming God. But really, she needed to seek God to have children. And she just kept turning from him. And we can allow circumstances to turn us from God or us draw close to God because he is the answer.